Look at these 3 short sentences. John's tall, John's studied, and John's car. What do they have in common, apart from the name John, of course? They all have an apostrophe S at the end of John. What does an apostrophe S mean? The apostrophe plus S has 3 different meanings in English. When an apostrophe S is followed by an adjective, like in the first example, John's tall, then the apostrophe S is a contraction of is. John's tall is a short way of saying John is tall. When an apostrophe S is followed by a past participle, like in the second example, John's studied, then the apostrophe S is a contraction of has. John's studied is a short way of saying John has studied. Remember that regular past participles end in ed. A sentence with has plus past participle is in the present perfect tense. When an apostrophe S is followed by a noun, like in the last example, John's car, then the apostrophe S is used to show possession, or that something belongs to someone or something. We don't say the car of John, as you do in some languages. No, in English we use the apostrophe S, so we say John's car, which means that the car belongs to John. John's, with an apostrophe S, is called a possessive noun. In this lesson, we are going to look at possessive nouns and how to use the apostrophe S. A possessive noun, which contains an apostrophe S, is used to show possession, or that there is a relationship between 2 things, or that something belongs to someone or something. Look at the example. Paul's house is very big. Instead of saying the house of Paul in English, we use the apostrophe S to show that the house belongs to Paul. Paul's house is very big. Here are some more examples. Where is Julie's book? The book belongs to Julie. Julie is the owner of the book. We don't say the book of Julie. No, we say Julie's book. Do you want to go to Mike's party? It is the party that Mike is having. I'm going to meet Susan's parents tonight. Susan obviously does not own her parents. The apostrophe S can show a relationship between different people or things. Here, Susan's parents refers to the parents of Susan. Paul's, Julie's, Mike's, and Susan's are all possessive nouns. Now, there are some simple rules about how to use the apostrophe S. We're going to see those now. When we have a singular noun, we just add an apostrophe S, like we have already seen. For example, we went to Ange's house last night. Ange is a singular noun, the name of a person. So we just add an apostrophe S to the end of her name. Ange's. Ange's house. This means the house belongs to Ange. Is that your friend's bike? We're talking about one friend. Friend is a singular noun, and his or her bike. The bike that belongs to your friend's bike. Where is the dog's bone? Dog is a singular noun, so we just put apostrophe S after it. It refers to one dog owning or having one bone. Let's look at this example. Where are the dog's bones? Dog is a singular noun, so we just add apostrophe S to the end. The word that comes next tells us what belongs to the dog, in this case, bones. The dog's bones means the bones of the dog. Dog is singular. But what happens if there is more than one dog? There are two dogs. We say, where are the dog's bones? We only have an apostrophe after the S in dogs, because dogs is a plural noun ending in S. We cannot say, where are the dogs' bones? No, this is not correct. We don't add an extra S after dogs, because dogs is a plural noun ending in S. Dog's bones, with only apostrophe after the S, means the bones of the dogs. Dogs is plural. In example 1, it refers to one dog and its bones. In example 2, it refers to two dogs and their bones. Now listen to the pronunciation of these two examples again. Example 1, where are the dog's bones? Example 2, where are the dog's bones? There is no difference in pronunciation. So when someone is speaking, how do we know if they are talking about one dog or two dogs? Well, it depends on the context. Let's look at another example. This is my friend's house. This refers to the house of my friend, one friend. How can we write that my two friends have a house? You would write, this is my friend's house. This refers to the house of my friends, my two friends. Friends is a plural noun, ending in S. So we just add an apostrophe to the end. We don't say friends' house. No, this is not correct. So the rule is plural nouns ending in S. We only add the apostrophe to the end and not an extra S. The example we have already seen, where are the dog's bones? This is the same as saying the bones of the dogs. Dogs is plural. You need your parents' permission. This is the same as saying permission from your parents. Both parents, not just one parent. Fortunately, the girls' toilet was open. This is the same as saying the toilet of the girls. Or in some countries, it is called the bathroom or restroom instead of toilet. Since dogs, parents, and girls are all plural nouns that end in S, we only add an apostrophe to the end. Now, not all plural nouns end in S. For example, child is a singular noun. We can say, the child's toys are on the floor. This refers to the toys of one child. How can we say the same thing but referring to more than one child? The plural of child is children. So our sentence is now, the children's toys are on the floor. Yes, children is a plural noun, but it does not end in S. So we can just add an apostrophe S to the end. Children's toys means the toys of the children. Remember, the plural of child is children, not children's. So we add apostrophe S to the end. So the rule is plural nouns not ending in S. We add apostrophe S. Our examples: the children's camping trip. This refers to the camping trip of the children. Child is singular, the plural of child is children. He always corrects people's grammar. This refers to the grammar of different people. Person is singular. The plural of person is people. So our example sentence: the men's toilet is disgusting. This refers to the toilet for the men, or the toilet that is used by men. Man is singular. The plural of man is men. The fun part comes when we have singular nouns ending in S. For example, class is a singular noun ending in S. Even though it ends in S, it is still a singular noun, so we add an apostrophe S to the end, like other singular nouns. For example, the class's project. This means the project of the class. The entire class had one project to do together. Class is a singular noun. Did you hear how I added a final is syllable to the end? Classes. The class's project. This extra syllable is added to singular nouns ending in S when we have added the apostrophe S. But what happens when we're talking about two classes? The plural form of class is classes. How would we write the sentence now if we were talking about the projects of both classes? We would say the class's projects. We just add an apostrophe to the end because classes is a plural noun ending in S. And this refers to the projects of the classes, the different classes. Also note that we don't say classes. No. It is a plural noun that ends in S, so we just add the apostrophe. Now listen to the pronunciation of both sentences again. 1. The class's project. 2. The class's projects. In both sentences, classes and classes are pronounced the same, but they are written differently. The context of what we're talking about usually tells us if we're talking about one class or two classes. So the rule is singular nouns ending in S. We add apostrophe S. Our examples: the class's teacher is nice. This refers to the teacher of the class. The princess's dress is pink. This refers to the dress of the princess. The final example: my boss's office is big. This refers to the office of my boss. All of these nouns, class, princess, and boss, end in S, but they're singular nouns, so we just add the apostrophe S at the end. How about with the names of people that end in S, like James or Louis or Jones? Grammarians are divided between adding an apostrophe S or only the apostrophe. You may see it written in the following ways: James's dog is hungry with an apostrophe plus S, or James's dog is hungry only with an apostrophe. Both forms are considered correct, though the first one seems more common. My personal preference is using apostrophe S, as in the first example, because in spoken English we add the additional syllable of is at the end, like James is. James's dog is hungry. But with classical or religious names ending in S, we only add an apostrophe. Sophocles' plays are still performed today. Hercules' strength seemed unlimited. When we're talking about two or more people, we add an apostrophe S or only an apostrophe, depending on the rules we have already seen. Let's look at Stacy and Steve. If there are two owners of something, we only add apostrophe S to the final name. For example, Stacy and Steve's car is old. Both Stacy and Steve are joint owners of the same car, so we only add apostrophe S to the final name, in this case, Steve. Stacy and Steve's car is old. But what happens if each person owns a car? Both Stacy owns a car and Steve owns a car, and both cars are old. In this situation, we add apostrophe S to both names. Stacy's and Steve's cars are old. This way, we see there are two owners of two different cars. Notice how the verb is in the plural form because we're talking about more than one car. Usually, we don't put the noun or object or thing after the apostrophe S to avoid repetition, especially when the meaning is clear. My car is older than John's. This is the same as saying, my car is older than John's car. The word car at the end is not necessary as it sounds repetitive. So when we say, my car is older than John's, the meaning is clear as we already know we're talking about cars, as it was mentioned before. The same applies when answering a question. Someone asks, whose umbrella is this? And another person responds, it is Mary's. We don't need to say, it is Mary's umbrella, because it is obvious we're talking about the same umbrella. The meaning is clear. If you hear this, whose umbrella is this? It is Mary's umbrella. Saying umbrella again is not necessary and sounds repetitive. Just say, it is Mary's. A couple more examples. Whose are these shoes? They are my brother's. This is the same as saying my brother's shoes, but without sounding repetitive. That is a beautiful dress. Is it your sister's? Means, is it your sister's dress? Because obviously you don't have any beautiful dresses, so it could only be your sister's dress. The apostrophe S can also be used with time periods. Have you seen today's newspaper? This morning's meeting was boring. Last year's profits increased significantly. But be careful. We do not use an apostrophe with decades or years. A lot of great music was created in the 80s. No apostrophe between the number and the S. The hippie movement began in the 1960s. Again, there is no apostrophe. We also do not use an apostrophe S as the plural form of an acronym. There have been many sightings of UFOs in the area. There's no apostrophe after UFO and before the S. He has just sold all of his DVDs. Again, no apostrophe. I hope you found this lesson useful. If you did, remember to click the like button and subscribe to our channel so you know when I create new videos to help you improve your English. Have an awesome day.